Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Government challenge to repeal the cyber law. Artists ordered to pay back empowerment loans. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the ministry.
It has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the media news in detail. Some residents of Lusaka's Mississippi compound in Chawama constituency regret selling their houses to an investor at a low cost and are seeking government to help renegotiate terms. Speaking with Camnet TV News in Lusaka Thursday, those affected say they were given as low as 6,000 kwacha in the year 2011. Meanwhile, the residents are calling on authorities to take action against the investors who blocked the road linking Mrs. and Kafue Road. They explained that they face serious challenges navigating the area, especially at night.
Lusaka's Kuku and Mississippi compounds in Chawama constituency have been a subject of national discourse for various reasons, prominent among them the issue of floods and upgrading the shanty compound to improve the people's livelihoods. Successive governments have failed to improve the area despite assurances to upgrade the slum. While the government has been reluctant to take action, the private sector has been making tremendous progress in buying off substandard houses, and this time around, moving along the Kafue Road, you could hardly see the famous ghetto compound. Surrounded by huge infrastructure, this development has come at a cost, as the people are now finding it difficult to access the Kafue Road as investors disregard existing roads. Others who sold their houses to the investors regret that the offer was not adequate. 12 years later, they were only given 6,000 kwacha. The money, they say, was not enough to make progressive plans.
Nyumba ija tinaruza nyumba ndisema double fan elo yo time 2011 nina 19 years so mezana titavija monga vani tinanka che monga na sokonezeka mu vija nati manje tiruze ma parents first tiruze na nyumba banati pasa 6,000 na pali manje pali bepo na ranziriens drama inaonongeka chabe kaili kujela mo ya minage
yana tipanyira nyumba forum house ndrame bana wapasa 4 pin 6 pin me 6 pin ija inache polo ba blue ba dadi after ba dadi bafa pe bana mbera ta kuja ma investors bagula malandi banabwa ku sharing 3 pin so amami mulija 3 pin kubeve bana chitramo nayo olokwanirisa kuti baguleko che plot mushemushe bapeze ponkala kulibe so amami ovutika chabe basebenza chabe apa so ningafuneko che babatandizirako chabe munjira yebanga batandizireko.
We spoke to Nkoloma Ward 1 Councillor Davis Chembo.
Which was paid to them was not sufficient. They were paid about 6,000, 20,000 and less than that. A 4-bedroomed house or 2-bedroomed house costing at such an amount, it makes the people to be difficult to find a place where to settle. And the cry to them is the government should come in to have an aid to them, such that those investors who have bought the area or the houses amongst in those places, they should be helped.
Just like is the case in Mississippi, many citizens have been giving up their prime land to foreigners, a trend that may compromise the country's sovereignty. Now that the land policy is in place, our hope is that sanity will prevail. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Minister of Youth, Sports and Art has reminded artists who benefited from the ministry's empowerment loans through the National Arts Council to pay back. Minister in charge Elvis Nkandu has told the artists that singing for the previous government should not be a way not to pay back the money. And the minister says government has recovered 15 million kwacha from the first 50 tanker trucks that were given for empowerments. Meanwhile, organizing committee chairperson Patrick Samwimbila says the reminder by government is timely, adding that payment has to be made.
On August 12, 2020, government under the previous regime dispersed the 30 million kwacha as Presidential Arts Empowerment Fund through the National Art Council, NSC, to some artists as loans. The initiative aimed at promoting the arts industry using a revolving fund system. Loans to some artists who in return are expected to pay back based on respective terms and conditions of the contracts. During a press briefing Thursday, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts Minister Elvis Nkandu has noted with concern the low loan recovery rate from some recipients, which he disclosed only stands at 10%.
So the 85 recipients had all the amount disbursed. That is equipment plus the working capital. Of many concern, however, is that the recovery rate for the 37 projects that are due for loan repayment is at mere 10%. Because some people thought, because they sang some songs for the last regime, they thought those were their benefits. And I want to emphasize, this should be of great concern, not only to the ministry, but the entire country.
The ministry has clarified that no recipient of the loan is being victimized, but it is a reminder to those whose loans are due to start paying it immediately.
I wish to direct as follows. Number one, all projects that are due for repayment should commence the repayments with immediate effect. Number two, those with outstanding issues should engage the ministry through the fund managers to ensure they reconcile their records so that they too can commence repayments.
However, then Empowerment Fund Organizing Committee Chairperson Patrick Samwimbila has cautioned the public not to take the issue out of context by politicizing the matter, adding that all who benefited were given on pure grounds of being artists and Zambian citizens.
Then what differs is the period of repayment, perhaps. It's according to what, others got big amounts, others got smaller amounts. But as into the specific terms of contracts, that one I'm not aware because I didn't see the contracts myself. No. There is no politics involved here. And it's only the way probably they are putting it that maybe other artists were given because they were dancing or singing for PF. That is out. Artists were given because they are artists.
Meanwhile, during the same briefing, the ministry disclosed that since the incoming of the UPND administration, the ministry has recovered over 15 million kwacha from the first 50 tanker trucks which were given out under the empowerment program.
In addition, over 15 million kwacha has been recovered from the first 50 fuel tankers. Just alone. Let me take this opportunity to thank Kapesika Energy and Petroleum and Mount Meru Oil Marketing Company for their commitment to managing and remitting the proceeds of the tankers to the ministry. The 50 tankers that were procured were given to Kapesika and Mount Meru. And I want also to emphasize that we are really thankful for their commitment, because what people thought would be something that will go like other empowerment programs, this is something that we are proud of as a ministry, because it has yielded positive results. And the 15 million that we've collected, This is the money that we've collected ever since we came into office. Before we came into office as New Dawn government, there was not even a coin that was collected from these tankers. But ever since we came into office, barely 4 months in office, we've collected more than 15 million kwacha from these 50 tankers.
Going forward, the ministry has echoed its plans to improving the lives of the youth through the various empowerment programs. Alex Shimba, Camnet News, in Lusaka.
In other news, the construction of over 2,000 improved toilets in Lusaka's George compound of Matero constituency by the Lusaka Water and Sanitation Company and its cooperating partners has given the residents hope of reduced waterborne diseases. In an interview, the residents say the compound is one of the areas which for a long time has recorded cases of diseases that come with poor sanitation, such as cholera. Meanwhile, Lusaka Water Supply and Sanitation Company Managing Director, Mr. Jonathan Kampata, says the target of constructing 5,500 toilets in Lusaka's peri-urban areas has been surpassed, as about 5,700 have been constructed in various areas so far, with George Compound having received over 2,000 improved toilets at a subsidized price of 2,400 kwacha each.
Zambia recorded one of the highest cases of cholera in the country in 2018, with the World Health Organization indicating over 5,000 cases and about 98 deaths from the same. Countries like Zambia are a hotspot for waterborne diseases due to a large population living in unplanned settlements locally known as shanty compounds, which are known for poor sanitation. Stakeholders have been raising concerns about the contamination of underground water in these areas due to the close proximity of pit latrines and water sources like wells. A recent survey by the Ministry of Health found the same to be true, as water samples from many areas were found to be contaminated with fecal matter. In an effort of reducing such incidences, the Zambian government, with the help of cooperating partners, came up with a project of constructing pit latrines at a subsidized price in selected areas of Lusaka, among them Kanyama, Chawama, and George Compound. In an interview, Lusaka Water Supply and Sanitation Company Managing Director Mr. Jonathan Kampata says over 2,000 pit latrines have been constructed in George Compound in a bid to improve sanitation.
We have even exceeded the 2,000 toilets which are located for George. Currently, we've reached 2,175. Another achievement was that out of the groups that were working, 9 of them have actually transitioned to small, medium enterprises, and they've actually been registered with PAYBACK. So going forward, they can do other construction jobs.
Residents of George Compound say this will go a long way in securing their health.
It is nice. We have managed to build 2,175, and still we are still appealing to abantu nibambiri bamenye basala futi bamenye bagali kumanga matoilet kuti program ipite bwanji itwalirize kwenda kusukulu so that everyone azamba kupezeka ndaka toilet akangamenye kapu ino maningi mukati
yali mwa George anitamanga mwa George yatishita benefit ku bintu kwambiri like monga matenda ya kolera then na matenda enangu then ni matoilet yabu ino maningi chifukwa chakuti bambiri vantu vanalibe access yomanga matoilets vatitandizira kumanga matoilets through kulimbira kwa pang'ono material yawo timanga chape material vatigulira ni veve vatimangira timanga chape ndirama imene tilipira ni 2,400 chape chikwasira.
Area Councillor Mr. Patrick Salubusa has encouraged other residents to follow the same path.
It can cost more than 10,000 kwacha. So it came to reduce the cost of constructing a toilet, and then even the vulnerable, because there are some toilets which were built for free for the vulnerable people who were identified through our offices as councillors for the 3 wards. So this is excellent. Apart from that, I'd like to confirm that even institutions, public institutions, did benefit from this project. For example, Liranda Market, there's a new pollution bill built under the Lusaka Sanitation Program. Paradise Clinic, it's the same. All the government schools around this area, they also benefited.
The project is expected to be rolled out to other parts of the country by the government in the long run. Zipora Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. Government challenged to repeal the cyber law. Artists ordered to pay back empowerment loans. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaliji. Good afternoon.